Hey, Ashley, I heard from Mom that you're going on your honeymoon soon. When are you leaving? Where are you going? Tell me the details.
Huh? What's going on all of a sudden, sis? We're going to LA for our honeymoon next week.
Next week? When? Where in LA?
LA's a big place, so we'll be going all over. I mean, why do you want to know so many details?
Because I'm coming over, of course.
What?
I don't get it. Why didn't you tell me your schedule earlier? I have to take a paid holiday and there are so many things to prepare. It's your fault that I'm in a rush.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're following me on my honeymoon.
What? Is it bad if I come with you?
Of course it is. Are you out of your mind?
Don't be rude. I'm not crazy. We sisters have been together since we were little. You'd feel uncomfortable without me on your trip, wouldn't you? I'll be your guardian.
I'm an adult. I don't need a guardian. Besides, a honeymoon is for the newlyweds. That's enough of your selfishness.
It's not fair, Ashley.
What?
I want to go to LA too.
If you want to go on your own. You don't have to come along with me on my honeymoon.
There's no point in going alone.
Why don't you go with your friends then?
That's meaningless too. I want to go with you on your honeymoon.
What? What's with that?
I'm your big sister and you got married before me. And the guy you married to is a very handsome guy who works for a prestigious company. We're sisters and it's not fair that you get the juicy part.
I don't mean to be not fair. Why don't you find someone nice and get married too?
Don't make it sound so easy. You should try to understand how I feel that I'm not lucky enough to meet anyone. Most of the people at my workplace are women. Even if I go to a party, I can't find a decent guy.
Maybe you're aiming too high. You've been with a few guys before, right?
Relationships and marriage are two different things. Marriage is for life, right? You never want to compromise.
I don't think there are many people who fit your ideal. My husband is a typical office worker, even though he works for a prestigious company. And he's not even extremely good looking.
That pisses me off. Your attitude of being so easygoing. That's how you make fun of me for not being able to get married.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I've been through a lot myself. I still haven't made friends with my husband's parents. That's why we couldn't even have a wedding. And so we just got registered. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with my in-laws. I have concerns too, you know.
But it's still not fair.
What?
You don't have to deal with your husband's family. If you don't like them, you don't have to go out with them. Just having a high-spec husband is enough.
Anyway, I'm not taking you on our honeymoon.
Hey, why not?
I told you that a honeymoon is for just the newlyweds. Don't make me keep explaining it to you. I'll see you later.
Wait a minute. Ashley, give me the detailed itinerary of the trip. You're ignoring me. You'll see. I'm definitely coming on your honeymoon.
Ashley, I'm coming home soon. I'm on the train now.
Hey, Ethan. You left work earlier than usual today.
Because we're going on our honeymoon tomorrow. My boss was very considerate and said I must have things to prepare. So he let me go home on time.
I see, that's great.
Ashley, you've been busy with work recently. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's take it easy in LA.
Yeah, it's just...
Huh? What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Last week, I got a text from my sister. She said something outrageous. She insisted on following us on our honeymoon.
What?
I haven't heard from her since. I'm sure she's not coming, but she's my sister, and I don't know what she'll do.
It's true that your sister is a bit of a strange person, but why is she following us on our honeymoon?
My sister has always been a selfish person who always had to be better than me. She doesn't like the fact that I got married first, so she has been picking at me. She says it's not fair that you get the juicy part.
I remember when I went to your parents' house to say hello. She was smiling and nice to me, but she was staring at you with a terrible look on her face.
She said she couldn't forgive me for marrying a high-spec husband.
What's so high-spec about me? I'm just an ordinary office worker.
She doesn't believe me even if I say so.
I guess she's prone to assumptions.
I'm worried we'll bump into each other on our honeymoon.
But you haven't told her any details, did you? Like the exact place in LA? Or what time our flight is leaving, right?
No, I only told her we're going to LA next week.
Then we should be fine. Even if your sister comes after you, the chance of bumping into her in LA is very small.
That's true.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry too much about your sister. Let's enjoy our honeymoon.
Ashley, I'm sorry.
Huh?
You're in LA, right?
Yes, but...
Where do you think I am now?
I don't know.
Actually, I'm in LA right now.
What? You're really here?
Ashley, you must have been caught off guard. I haven't contacted you since the other day. So, did you think I gave up?
Well, it's not like giving up anything. I thought there was no way you'd come along on your sister's honeymoon.
Well, too bad. I found out from Mom the dates of your trip. I made all the arrangements and came on the same day.
Wow, you're very proactive. But I guess we won't be seeing each other here. Have fun on your trip.
You know, you're playing it easy like that, but now you're getting frustrated and stomping your feet in frustration, aren't you?
Why?
Because it was supposed to be your honeymoon, but it turned out to be a solo trip. And your husband left you before you left for your trip. Poor you. It's so funny that your honeymoon turned into a heartbreak trip.
A solo trip? What are you talking about?
There's no point in being stubborn. I'm sorry I stole your husband.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, it's fine that you're in LA. Why am I supposed to be alone?
Ashley, do you know why I wanted to come with you on your honeymoon?
No, not at all.
It was to get your husband.
What?
But I didn't think it would be so easy to get your husband. You guys were newlyweds, but I guess he couldn't resist my charms. We made love at the hotel right away. Your husband is crazy about me.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what's with the attitude? That cold reaction? Aren't you frustrated that your husband was taken away from you?
I'm sorry, but I can't get along with your farce any longer. I'm going to have lunch with my husband now. See you later.
Oh no, Ashley. You're going to have lunch alone, aren't you?
No, I'm going with my husband.
Well, since you came all the way to LA, I hope you'll enjoy your trip alone. I'm sure your husband will contact you and ask you to leave him officially. You'll just have to accept it, won't you?
Well, we're not communicating well with each other at all.
That's because you keep lying. Why don't you just admit defeat?
I'm not trying to compete with you. I haven't lied at all. It's too much trouble, so I'll let it go. Anyway, I'm busy now. Bye.
Oh my god, what a miserable little sister you are. It's like you're so shocked that I took your husband away from you that you can't accept the reality. I'm going to marry him as soon as I get back from my trip. Ashley, you lied about getting married. You didn't register the marriage yet. Well, thanks to that, he didn't have to file for divorce. I'm glad he could smoothly marry me. I'll invite you to the wedding, so look forward to it. You couldn't have the wedding because you didn't get along with his parents. I'll make use of my excellent communication skills to get along with his parents and make the wedding happen. I'll make a gorgeous wedding happen. Ashley, are you still in LA? I just came back to my hometown and submitted the marriage certificate right away. I'm so happy. Now we are officially married. Don't be so stubborn and travel alone. Why don't you just come home and find someone else? Though I don't really care about you. I'm going to his parents' house now to say hello. The order is reversed because of the sudden marriage, but I still have to greet his parents properly. Hey, Ashley, are you listening to me? Hey, you're not reading my texts at all. I see, you're ignoring me again. Well, it can't be helped. I know you're mad at me for taking your husband away from you. It's too painful to look at my texts, isn't it? I'm sorry I got carried away. But I'll be happy on behalf of you, so please forgive me. Bye!
Oh, you've been texting me, sis? I'm sorry, I was out sightseeing all day and didn't notice. I mean, did you and my husband get married? Your intense delusion is scaring me. I've already registered my marriage. I'm in LA with my husband. Maybe you want to harass me, but there's no way you're marrying my husband. Honestly, it's depressing, so please don't talk about it anymore. Bye.
Ashley, answer the phone.
So annoying. What do you want?
Why don't you answer the phone when I've called you so many times? I have something important to tell you.
Because you're so persistent, Carol. What's so important? I'm tired of hearing that you stole my husband.
No, it's the opposite.
Huh?
I'll give him back to you after all.
What? What do you mean, give him back?
I'm divorcing him. I'm sorry I took him from you. I don't care if I pay alimony, just help me get a divorce.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. What now? Divorce who?
Your ex-husband. I'm sure he was very handsome, but looks can be deceiving. He's not a high-spec man, but he's a terrible, terrible man.
A terrible man?
How could you marry such a man? He doesn't work for a prestigious company. He's a part-time worker. He's still living off his parents' money. That's not a high-spec man at all.
What are you saying? Well, high-spec or not, my husband has a full-time job. He's already independent from his parents.
Huh? Where's the independence? He says he won't get a job because there's something he wants to do, but he's just wandering around. Of course he doesn't have money to rent an apartment, so he says he's going to live with his parents after getting married. I don't want to live with my in-laws as soon as we're newlyweds.
Oh, did you go say hi to his parents?
That's the worst part. His father and mother agreed on the marriage, which was nice, but they said, now that you're marrying our son, you should do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. We can't wait to see our grandchildren, blah, blah, blah. They both had very old-fashioned values. I can already see them snubbing me. I don't want to be a part of a family with people like that.
Hey, Carol, are you saying that... Is it Terry who you got married to?
That's right, it's Terry. But why are you asking me that? He's your ex-husband. You know his name at least.
I see. So that's how it is.
Huh? What? What do you mean?
I finally figured it out. I knew we weren't on the same page. Carol, you think you stole my husband, but the man is not my husband.
What do you mean? Terry is your ex-husband, right?
No, he's my husband's little brother. My husband's name is Ethan.
Huh?
That means Terry is my brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law? What are you talking about? I know exactly what your ex-husband looks like.
But you've only met my husband once, right?
When he came to our parents' house to say hello, right? I remember him. He's so handsome. Don't fool me by telling me crazy story.
Well, my husband and Terry are brothers with the same faces. They're about the same height and have similar hairstyle. People often mistake them as twins.
Wait a minute. Now, why was the brother at the airport? Maybe Terry was also planning to come with you guys on your honeymoon?
No, only my sister would think such an insane thing.
Then why? Terry was sitting alone at the airport lobby. I thought he was meeting up with you.
The day we were leaving for our honeymoon, Terry drove us to the airport.
What? That means the man I called out to at the airport was...
It seems it was Terry, after he saw us off.
No way!
Come to think of it, my husband told me earlier, Terry had a strong desire to get married for a long time. When he heard that my husband, his brother, was getting married, he seemed very jealous.
What?
Unlike you, he didn't have the idea of stealing his brother's marriage partner. That's such a horrible idea. But while he had a strong desire to get married soon, you approached him. He must got all excited to get married.
How is that possible? Just because he was approached by a woman, he suddenly went to LA with a woman he didn't know. Isn't that a little too casual?
Well, you're the one who asked him out. Besides, I heard Terry doesn't have a regular job and has plenty of time. Thanks to him, we were able to get a ride to the airport.
So that's what happened. At least now I know I married the wrong guy.
So, what are you going to do now? Are you divorcing Terry?
Neither Terry nor his parents would allow me to divorce him. When I told them I wanted to break up with him, Terry got angry and said, "You're the one who asked me out." And Terry's parents said that since I married him, I should fulfill my duties as a wife.
Oh, well, that's tough. But I guess it can't be helped that Terry is angry with you.
Don't say that like it's someone else's problem. It's your fault in the first place.
Why me?
Because you didn't tell me that your husband has a brother who looks exactly like him. You didn't tell me.
I didn't even know he had a brother until recently. My husband didn't get along with his parents or his brother for a long time. He didn't talk much about his family to me, so I have not had much contact with his family yet. I've told you about them before, haven't I?
That's not fair.
Huh?
It's just not fair. You got a high-spec husband, and I'm forced to marry a part-time worker. It's so unfair, even though we're sisters.
You deserve it. You're the one who got it all wrong and married Terry. Besides, Terry is handsome. He's your type, right? Terry seems to have a gentle personality. If he finds a job, you guys will be able to live on your own.
I don't even know when he'll get a job. I can't stand the thought of living with his parents. Oh, I've got an idea. Ashley, let's trade husbands.
What?
Why not? They're both good looking. You should give Ethan to me and marry Terry.
Unbelievable. How did you come up with that idea?
Because you work for a better company and get paid more than me. You can support Terry. And you're not as pretty as me, but you're pretty enough. I'm sure Terry will like you too.
No way. Why should I marry someone I don't like?
Ashley, please, give me Ethan. I'll make him happy for sure.
I don't want to. You should be happy with the husband you chose.
I can't. I can't be happy with Terry.
I don't care what you say. Well, if you really don't get along with him, then I guess you'll have to divorce him. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so I'm going to block you.
What? Why are you blocking me? We're sisters, right?
A woman who goes after someone's husband is not my sister. Goodbye.
Ashley, wait. What am I supposed to do? Ashley, I have a favor to ask you. Can you lend me some money, just a little? I wanted to break up with Terry somehow. So, I approached many men as I could. I ended up going out with one of them, but then Terry and his parents were furious. They asked me for compensation, and it's an amount I can't afford to pay alone. Your husband has a high income, so you must have plenty of money, right? I apologize for trying to steal your husband. I need your help. Hey, Ashley, are you still blocking me? Please, answer me.
After that, Carol managed to divorce Terry. But since the cause of divorce was her unfaithfulness, she was charged a large amount of compensation and had to take on a debt. In order to pay off the debt, Carol is now working part-time in addition to her day job. She's working hard every day to pay off her debts, but no matter how much money she earns, it all goes to pay off her debts. So she is living in extreme poverty. She regrets so much that she shouldn't have targeted my husband. She regrets it very much.
Daniel, where are you? Hurry up and come home. I'm at the grocery. I told you, right? How come you're taking so long? No, that's not important right now. I'm having contractions. I need to go to the hospital, so I need you to drive me. Come home right now.
Oh, I can't.
Why not?
I mean, don't lie to me about contractions. You're still 10 days away from your due date. Maybe you ate something bad that upset your stomach.
Normal stomach pains and labor pains are totally different. The due date is just an estimate. It doesn't mean I will have the baby on the exact date. It could be any day now.
Oh, maybe you noticed.
Noticed what? I don't know what's going on, but please drive me to the hospital. The contractions stopped now, but I don't know when it's going to hit again. I need to get to the hospital as soon as possible.
Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to tell you now that you've found out.
About what? Hey, whatever. Just come home now. I'm about to have a baby.
I can't. I'm on vacation with my ex-wife.
What?
Well, I'm still waiting for her, but our hearts are already traveling together.
Your ex-wife, Marie?
Yes, I can't go back because I'm already on the train. So there's no point in lying to get my attention.
I'm not lying. I mean, aren't you the one lying? You say you'll go to the grocery quickly.
It's your fault for believing me. I'll be back in a week or so. We'll discuss the divorce then. If you've already made up your mind, there are divorce papers in the safe with my signature on them. Bye.
You, stupid man. You left Zoey in labor and went on a trip with your ex-wife? Are you serious?
What, sis?
Her parents live far away, and you're the one who has to be there for her. What the hell are you thinking? Come back here right now. When I get back, I'm going to scold you a lot for being such a stupid husband.
No, what are you thinking? I haven't heard from you in a while, but you've been fooled by Zoe's lies.
What?
Oh, well. I know you're good friends with Zoey, who is also your coworker at work, so understandably you'd believe her. But you should calm down first, so that you'll be able to see through lies like I can.
What the hell are you talking about? I was there for the birth you were supposed to be there for.
What?
There's no lie, no matter what you think. Are you trying to tell me that there's something wrong with my eyes?
What? It was true? She gave birth?
Yes, about 2 hours ago.
What? Now I can divorce more easily.
What? What are you talking about?
I mean, she's 10 days ahead of her due date. This is confirmed by the fact that the baby has a different father.
What?
If she was cheating on me, then she can't complain about me getting back together with Marie. Yes, it's settled. I mean, it's her fault for cheating on me first. Before you complain about me, you should take a look at what she's doing.
Are you serious?
Because it's 10 days. 10 days early.
It is normal.
What? No way. I think 10 hours is normal. But 10 days? That's not normal at all.
Zoey showed me the conversation with you, but I didn't think you were this stupid.
What? I don't get it.
To begin with, Marie's already...
Oh, Marie's here now. Well then, bye.
Daniel, wait! Hi, Zoey. How are you? Hi, sis. Everything is good. I'm fine, and so is my son. That's good to hear. Can I have a minute to talk? Sure. Is it about Daniel? Yeah, I'm sorry. So it turns out, is it true that he's with his ex-wife? Well, it's something I can't really say yet. At least in my mind, it's unthinkable that Marie and stupid Daniel getting back together. Is there a reason? You know that I know Marie for a long time, right? Yeah, I heard that you used to hang out with her since you were teenagers. That's how Daniel met her, and they ended up getting married. So he told you about everything. That's weird. Hahaha. Well, it's a similar story to us, so I think that's why it came up in the conversation. I'm really sorry about my stupid brother. No, it's okay. So for me, it's possible that his feelings for Marie came back and he's trying to get back together with her. No matter how much he wants to get back, Marie has her own reasons, you know. Own reasons? I still have her number. It's not as much as it used to be, but we're still getting in touch sometimes. So I know that Marie has remarried. Oh, she married too? Yeah, she told me they didn't have a wedding ceremony, just a registry. But the guy she got married to is, what? Oh no, I'm sorry. I should get back to work. Oh, you were at work? Thank you for checking on me. No problem. Anyway, it's a long story, so I'll visit you after work today. I don't want you to get sick by telling you too uncomfortable a story. It seems like my foolish brother is getting what he deserves on his own, so I will explain to you later. Is that so? Okay.
Zoey, please. Please say that we're a very loving couple. You don't think I'm thinking of getting back together with Marie, do you? Please. You're not thinking of divorcing me, right? Zoey.
Zoey, it's an emergency. What? Jenny, I thought you were at work. I just left work early and I'm in a cab. What happened? You said Daniel left the divorce papers and went on a trip, right? Yes, that's what happened. I'm sorry, but can you tell me the PIN number of the safe it's in? Oh, a safe is just a box that's decorated like that, but it's not locked, so... Well, I have to use the key you gave me the other day to get into the house to take out the divorce papers. Okay, but what's going on? You should divorce Daniel immediately. What? Immediately? You mean right now? Do you mean today? Yes! I have to run in before the office closes. I just got a call from Marie saying that her husband and his men caught Daniel doing a stalker thing. Stalker? I guess they didn't get back together after all. But he told me he's traveling with Marie. Well, Marie posted online about her trip with her current husband. He thought she was talking about him. Seriously? It seems he didn't know about Marie's remarriage, but even so, his misunderstanding is too much. But still, it seems like a lot is going on, suddenly recommending me to get a divorce? And who are Marie's husband and his men? So they went on a trip with his men? What kind of person she is? I'm sure you'll understand if you hear the truth. It's a bit of a long story. I'll tell you later. Anyhow, she mentioned that things are likely to get complicated from now on, and she suggested to cut ties with him today. What do you think? Well, I had already considered that a divorce was inevitable, so I figured the timing was the only thing left. If you're saying today is the right time, then yes. Good. Well, I'll take the divorce papers and head to the hospital right away. We'll talk about the details then. Oh, and if Daniel says anything to you, don't respond until I get there. Got it.
Hey, you haven't replied to me at all since then, but we're a happy and loving couple, right? It's really just a coincidence that I saw Marie, right?
We're already divorced.
What?
You left the divorce papers that you had already filled out. You also told me that I should just get it over with. So I submitted the papers thinking, okay, now we'll never be able to go back to the way we were. Did I do something wrong? I did just as you said.
Wait. Right now, you're still in the hospital, right? How could you submit divorce papers?
My lawyer submitted it for me.
Really?
I've already heard about the trouble that happened over there.
Do you already know? What? Who told you? Marie? No, I'm sure she doesn't know your contact information.
I don't know. Who do you think? But that doesn't matter anymore. You and I are strangers now, so please don't drag me into this.
No way.
Goodbye.
I screwed up. No. Sis, why didn't you tell me that that Marie has remarried and that her new husband was a gang leader. If I had known, I wouldn't have done this.
I tried to tell you. You got carried away and didn't listen to me. Well, it's your fault for stalking her. Karma served you.
Oh no.
I mean, how can you message me?
They said it was my last chance. They said they'd go easy on me if I could get at least 2 of my relatives, or one of them, to care about me.
You need to be hurt once and for all.
Sis, wait a minute. If you say that for real, they're gonna hurt me. You're just gonna let me die?
Well, don't worry, they won't take your life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these days they won't just take your life like that.
Really?
Well, I don't know if that's true. Maybe they don't care as long as you're alive? Maybe it's worse than having your life taken away?
What? Wait, don't say those disturbing words after reassuring me. I mean, you and Marie are still in contact, right? I'm your brother. Can you stop them as a sister?
Oh, please, I will cut off ties with you.
What?
Well then.
Are you kidding me? Sis.
A few days later, the alimony and child support for my child were transferred to my account. According to my sister-in-law, she had just transferred the entire amount of Daniel's savings, plus the severance payment and contribution from her. She said it was not so-called dirty money. I trust my sister-in-law, so I decided to use this money gratefully. And there was a follow-up report saying that Daniel had been quite beaten up. He seemed certain that he had made an enemy of terrible people. It seems that they have arranged for him to find employment overseas, so he won't appear in front of us ever again. I don't know the full story, but I will try my best to raise my child on my own.
Sarah, my fiancé is coming to my house tomorrow to say hello. I want you to clean the house today. The bathroom, the kitchen, every nook and cranny must be spotless. Okay, sis. I'll do it when I get home from work. You're still the same roughneck, aren't you? Huh? It's only natural for you to entertain your sister's fiancé. He's an elite guy working for a prestigious company. Make sure you don't embarrass me no matter where he looks. So, what time is he coming? Huh? That's none of your business. No, it's none of my business. I'll have to serve tea and stuff on the day. I'll have to be properly dressed to greet him. Don't tell me you're planning to be there too. He's coming to greet my family, you know. What? I'm your little sister. He's going to be my brother-in-law. I have to say hello to him. You know, you're supposed to be my sister, but I don't consider you family. What? Because you and I are not blood related. That's true, but... Actually, when my father and your mother got married, you should have left this house right away. My father is such a softie. He raised you as his daughter, but he only wanted to marry your mother. He didn't want you as a stepdaughter. You don't deserve to be here. You should at least realize that. Well, you know what? I tried to leave on my own many times, but you held me back, didn't you? If I leave, there'll be no one to take care of the house. You said I'm going to make it hard for my mother. You're right. I don't want to lose my handyman. Then what do you want me to do? On the day your fiancé is coming, should I leave the house? No, you can stay. But when you're done serving him tea, I want you to go back to your room. Oh, you don't count as family, understood? My name is Sarah. I'm a 27-year-old office worker. My parents divorced when I was young. I lived with my mother for a while. When I was in the 3rd grade of elementary school, my mother remarried. I started to live with my new father. My sister, Karen, was his daughter. My stepfather treated me affectionately, as if I were his own daughter, so I quickly became friends with my stepfather. The only problem was that his daughter, Karen, had a nasty temperament. She intentionally soiled my favorite clothes. After she sent me on errands, she would lock the door to prevent me from entering the house. She would harass me when my parents were not looking. She must have thought that I had taken her father away from her. At first, I thought so and forgave her. But her harassment escalated day by day. She began to use me like a servant. I couldn't take it anymore. When I was a university student, I decided to leave home and live on my own. However, Karen was vehemently opposed to my leaving home. Until then, Karen had always played around and did not take care of the house at all. I had been helping my mother with the housework. So I think that she didn't want the burden to be on her if I leave the house. Meanwhile, Karen decided to get married. The day before the wedding, her fiancé was coming to greet her family. Karen insisted that I was not family, and she ordered me to behave as a servant. My gut was boiling, but if I disobeyed Karen, I knew that she would harass me again. So I thought I would do as she said, just serve tea and disappear. But because of Karen's marriage, my life changed so drastically. At the time, I had no idea what would happen to my life.
Good morning, Karen. I'll be on my way there soon.
Kevin, good morning, handsome.
I'm still nervous about going to your parents' house to say hello.
Don't worry about it. My mom and dad are really looking forward to your visit. After all, you're an elite. The whole family will welcome you with open arms.
No, I'm just an office worker. I'm not an elite person.
That's not true. My friends say, Karen's on the top of the ladder. They envy me.
By the way, do you have siblings?
Siblings?
I've prepared some gifts, but I'm afraid there won't be enough.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm an only child.
So, you're a family of 3?
Oh, but I think I have a housekeeper at home.
A housekeeper?
Well, she lives with us and works for us.
So, she's like a family then?
No, she's a complete stranger, so don't mind her at all.
Well,
you don't even have to say hello. Kevin, thanks for coming to say hi today. My parents were happy to see you too. Tomorrow is finally the wedding day, handsome. I'm going to wear a gorgeous wedding dress. I'm so excited now.
Karen, I want to confirm something before the wedding.
What's that?
The person you call the housekeeper, she's not really a housekeeper, is she?
What? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
She was someone I knew. You lied about the housekeeper thing, didn't you?
Someone you knew? I think you've got the wrong person.
Don't play dumb with me. She's your sister, right?
No, I told you I'm an only child.
Karen, I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, but I actually know someone who knows about your family. He knows that you have a sister.
Oh, really?
But I didn't know if she lived with you or not. That's why I asked you if you had siblings. For some reason, you lied and said you're an only child. How can you treat your sister like a housekeeper? What the hell is going on? If she's your sister, why didn't you introduce her to me?
She doesn't deserve to be introduced.
What?
She's my sister, but she's my housekeeper. We're not even related.
Huh?
My sister and I don't look alike at all, right? Unlike me, she's boring, slow, and a really dull woman. My original parents divorced when I was little. My father remarried my current stepmother. That woman is my stepmother's daughter. So, it's strange that she stays in our house.
Huh? Isn't something funny what you're saying? Because your parents remarried, their daughters would be sisters. Even if she's your stepsister, don't you think it's natural to welcome her into the family?
No, My father wanted to marry my stepmother. He didn't really want the daughter. I am the only daughter in this family, and that's more than enough. In other words, my sister has to leave the house. Or, if she wants to stay, she should work as a servant. Kevin, when we get married, you can use my sister as much as you want.
Then I'll cancel our engagement.
Huh?
I just went to greet your parents, but I can't marry you, Karen.
What? Wait a minute. Why?
I don't want to marry someone who calls her sister a servant.
But my sister is a stranger to me. She's a bit dumb, and she's younger than me. It's only natural that she listens to me.
I don't think so. I don't care if she's related to you by blood or not, or older or younger. You're a family, so you're supposed to care for each other. I think that's how it should be.
No, I don't want to consider her family. I don't want to be friends with her. Don't tell me we've come all this way and now you're breaking off the engagement. We're having our wedding tomorrow.
The wedding is cancelled.
What?
I'll contact the venue and the guests and apologize. Well then.
Oh no! Kevin, wait! I'm not breaking off the engagement. Hey Sarah, you stupid sister. I'll never forgive you. What? What's wrong all of a sudden? Because Kevin came today, you were in a good mood just now. No way. You said something unnecessary to Kevin, didn't you? No, I didn't say anything. You liar! Kevin said he's going to cancel our engagement. Oh, is that so? That's out of the blue. Don't be so coy. You must have tattled to him. I didn't do anything. Just like you told me, I disappeared as soon as I served tea. That's enough. You get out of my house right now. I can't do that right now. Just get out today. I don't want to see your face.
Sarah, I'm sorry for texting you so suddenly. Is it okay if I talk to you now? I'm Kevin, Karen's ex-fiancé.
Good evening, Kevin. I'm alone right now, so I'm fine. So, how can I help you?
First of all, I thought I should apologize to you.
What?
When I visited your parents' house today to say hello, I suddenly asked you to exchange numbers with me. You were surprised, weren't you?
Yes, but it's okay. Actually, I'm not just a housekeeper in this house. I'm Karen's sister. You're going to become my sister's husband, so I don't mind exchanging numbers with you.
Actually, I've known for a while that you're Karen's sister.
What?
I just wanted to get in touch with you without Karen noticing, so I had to aggressively exchange numbers with you without explaining anything.
I see. I'm sorry I didn't greet you properly. My sister told me that I'm a servant, not family, and I was told to stay out of it.
That's really a terrible thing to say. I mean, you're family, and she treats you like a servant.
So I went along with my sister's advice, but for some reason she got angry. She kicked me out of the house.
What?
I only told you my name. I didn't say anything else. But according to my sister, because I tattled to you about something I shouldn't have, you canceled your engagement.
Oh, no. Then where are you now?
For now, I've booked a room at a nearby hotel. I'm going to rent an apartment and move in soon.
I see. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Like finding a new place to live. Or I can help you move in. I'll do anything.
What? I appreciate your concern, but I can't ask you to do that.
We're family, so it's okay to ask for help.
But you canceled your engagement with my sister, right? So I can't call you family.
No, we're family. You and I are siblings.
Huh? Siblings?
It may be hard to believe all of a sudden, but it's true. Our mothers are different, but our fathers are the same.
What do you mean?
Before my father married your mother, he was married to my mother. They separated when my mother was pregnant with me, so they were only married for a short time, and I grew up without knowing my father's face. Recently, I met father by chance because of my work. We now go out for drinks together. That's when my father told me about you, that I have a younger stepsister named Sarah. But I had never met you before, so I didn't really feel like I had a sister. I never thought I wanted to meet you. But today, when I met you, I thought that maybe it was partly because you had the same name as my sister, but also because you looked so much like my father. So I contacted my father to see if he could help me. And then I found out that you are my sister. My father was surprised. His son and his daughter, who have lived apart for almost 30 years, had coincidentally met each other.
Wait a minute. I still can't believe it. I can't believe that you're my brother.
Please meet your father in person. That should help. I'm sure you'll understand that I'm not lying.
Are you really sure that you and I are siblings?
That's right. Your mother didn't even notice I was her ex-husband's son. She didn't notice at all. Well, my father and I have different last names. It's natural that she didn't notice.
I didn't know I had an older brother either.
We are brother and sister, so I think we were destined to meet at some point. When my father found out that you were being treated badly by Karen, he was worried. So Sarah, don't hesitate to rely on us from now on.
Hey Sarah, before you know it, your stuff is gone from the house. What's going on? You told me to move out, so I just moved out. What? Move out? It's only been about 3 days since I told you to move out, right? How can you move out in such a short period of time? Kevin helped me. Huh? Kevin? No, don't lie to me. There's no way Kevin would help you move. But Kevin is my family. Huh? Family? Are you stupid? Kevin canceled his marriage to me, so Kevin is not family to you either. He's a stranger. That's not true. Kevin and I are brother and sister by blood. Our mothers are different, though. Huh? I don't understand. My real father was married to another woman before he married my mother, and they had a child together. That's Kevin. What the? I didn't know that. It's no wonder you didn't know. I didn't know either all this time. Kevin heard my name when he came to our house to say hello. He then realized it might be possible. Later, he checked with his father, and he found out that I was his half-sister. I don't want to marry a woman who treats my sister like a servant. That's what Kevin said, and he was very angry. So, it's your fault that my marriage had broken up? It's your fault, isn't it? Huh? If you weren't Kevin's sister, he wouldn't have dumped me. I knew I shouldn't have let you stay at our house. Before Kevin came to say hello, I should have kicked you out. No, even if Kevin and I weren't brother and sister, I'm sure Kevin would have called off his engagement to you. Just because we're not blood related, you didn't introduce me as your sister. Instead, you lied about me being your housekeeper. At that point, I think Kevin's fed up with you. No way. Well then, I'm busy with unpacking my stuff. I'll see you next time. Wait a minute! I can't accept this! I don't care if you can accept it or not. Facts are facts. See you later. Sarah, wait! Sarah, help me! Yes? If I don't do something, I'll end up homeless. Homeless? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? Don't you live at your parents' house? Well, Mom and Dad kicked me out. I have nowhere to go. What? After my engagement to Kevin broke off, they became cold to me. They say I'm not working, nor am I married, and can't even take care of the house, so they told me to leave. Oh my. Isn't that terrible? I was going to be a housewife after marrying Kevin, so I quit my job. As for housework, you did everything. I didn't have to do anything. Suddenly, they asked me to do the housework. There's no way I can do it. Well, you even called me a housekeeper. You don't even know how to boil pasta. How dare you try to be a housewife? Shut up! I thought I could manage with all the convenient appliances we have nowadays. Sarah, will you let me stay with you for a while? Can I stay at your house? I won't bother you. What are you talking about now? Hey, we're sisters. I refuse. What? You're the one who kicked me out in the first place. You didn't do any of the housework yourself, and you forced me to do it. It's all your own fault. That's cold. You're my family, right? No. You're the one who said we're not a family. Please, Sarah. I'm sorry for everything I've done. Mom and Dad won't even talk to me. Kevin has blocked me too. All my friends have been cold to me ever since my wedding was canceled. I have no one to rely on but you. Oh well, but I'm not going to help you. You're on your own. Sarah! Don't abandon me! In the end, Karen started a live-in job to make ends meet. I guess she still can't give up on her dream of becoming a rich, married woman. She goes to matchmaking parties in her spare time. But I guess her bad character shows on her face. She can't find anyone to marry to, and her family has given up on her as well. She is leading a miserable and lonely life of poverty. On the other hand, I started to live alone with the help of my brother. While interacting with my parents, I started to contact my real father and brother. Now, we go out for meals together. For a long time, my sister harassed me and made me feel frustrated. But now, I have a new family, and I'm living a happy life.
Huh? My daughter's calling me at this hour? I can't really hear her. Yes, hello? What's wrong, Nicole?
Dad, can you hear me? It's me, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, what's up?
Dad, help me.
Nicole, what's wrong?
I can't take it anymore. I just landed at the international airport. I need you to come and get me.
What? You're back home already? You're supposed to be in China with your mom, right?
There's been a bit of a mix-up. My face and body are all hurt and...
Huh? Why isn't your mom with you?
I can't tell you that.
She can't just send her high school daughter back home by herself.
Yeah.
I've been calling your mom, but she's not answering. Considering the time difference, it's morning in China now, right?
Right.
It's not midnight or anything? Why isn't she answering? Is there something you're not telling me? What's going on? You're gonna have to be more specific.
I'm in pain all over my body, and I need to go to the hospital right away. I can barely walk.
Are you hurt?
A little.
What happened? Did you get into some kind of trouble? Tell me the details.
Sorry, can we do that later? I'm at my wit's end.
Ask someone at the airport to call an ambulance. I'm going to the airport now too. Nicole? Hey, are you okay? Hey, what the hell are you doing? How could you do such a terrible thing? You should know better as a mother. I really can't believe it.
Excuse me? I don't know why you're abusing me like this.
How can you let your daughter come back from China alone?
What are you talking about?
You went to China with her, remember? Her face and body are covered in scars. You're her mother. What are you doing?
I never went abroad.
What? Don't lie to me. I drove you to the airport.
I got a call before boarding that my father was in critical condition, so I went straight to my parents' place.
What about Nicole?
Of course, I asked her to come with me, but she got upset that the trip was cancelled. She says she'd go home, so I just gave her the cab fare.
But your father loves Nicole. Nicole must have wanted to come with you. It's just so weird to think that she would come home alone.
I told her the same thing, but she was so mad that I couldn't handle it. She's a high school student. I thought she would be safe if she's taking a cab, so I let her go home alone.
That's not what Nicole told me.
You mean she hasn't been home for the past few days?
That's right. I wonder where she's been all this time.
I wonder if she's gotten herself involved in something strange. That's all I'm worried about.
Why didn't you call me sooner?
I figured you'd figure it out when Nicole got home. And I've been kind of busy. I figured I'd hear from you if anything happened.
I thought you guys were in China together.
We just wanted to get a preview of China before Nicole goes there on a study abroad program. There's no rush, so we decided to take a rain check.
Nicole said she flew back alone and wanted me to pick her up at the airport. She said she had a pain and needed to go to the hospital. I haven't heard from her since. I hope she's not involved in some kind of trouble. Or is Nicole up to something?
What do you mean? Have you tried calling Nicole?
She's not answering. Anyway, I got a cab and I'm heading to the airport.
What the hell is she doing?
Is your father going to be okay?
For now, but my mom's a little distracted and unstable, so I wanted to stay with her a little longer. But with Nicole in such a state, it's going to be impossible.
I'll be fine. You can stay by her side. I'll take care of Nicole.
But
I'll talk to the police as well.
If we make too big a deal out of it, it might make it harder for Nicole to come home. She might just be acting like a prankster because she's unhappy that the trip was cancelled.
We don't have time to joke about this situation. What if something really happened to her? It's too late for regrets, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, call me if you find out anything. I'm so worried I don't know what to do.
Okay, I'll call you. We found Nicole.
What? Where was she?
At the hospital. She was badly injured. Broken ribs and injury to internal organs.
Oh no.
I don't know why she was at the airport. Apparently she didn't call an ambulance. She took a cab. And in the cab she complained of severe pain and the driver took her to the hospital. I'm glad the nurse called me.
Is Nicole okay?
The surgery went well. She was a little conscious last night when I rushed over, but she didn't tell me anything. They gave her some painkillers, so she's asleep now.
Okay.
The doctor said she's in a lot of emotional shock. I don't know what happened, but she broke her rib, which is a big deal. Poor thing.
I know. I wonder what happened.
Can you come over now? You know, in times like this, I think Nicole would want her mother by her side.
Actually, my father's in critical condition again.
What? But you said he got better yesterday.
We were relieved about that last night, but I don't think he's going to make it. I think tonight is the most critical time.
Okay, I'll take care of Nicole.
I like to come home as soon as I can. I honestly don't know what to do. I can't believe so much is happening all at once. I'm scared. I'm overwhelmed with anxiety.
Fortunately, Nicole is alive. She's in stable condition, so we'll be fine.
Thank you. If you hadn't been there for her, I wouldn't have been able to support my mom.
That's what families are for, right? You can count on me.
I know. I'm glad I married you. I feel so much better knowing you're here.
Me too. I'll be praying for your father. When he gets better, let's all go on a trip together again.
I hope that day comes.
I'm going back home to get Nicole a change of clothes.
Take good care of Nicole.
Hello, please get well, and I hope you will reply to this text soon. I pray from the bottom of my heart. Jerry, what's up? What kind of message is that? Huh? You've regained consciousness? Oh, thank God. I can't believe you've recovered enough to send me back text messages. Megan must be happy too. What? What are you talking about? That message you just sent me sound like I'm going to die. Well, Megan told me that you were in a critical condition. What are you talking about? I'm alive and well. I was eating jelly with my wife. What kind of a joke is that? Are you at home? Yes. Is Megan there? No, she hasn't visited us for 6 months. What about Nicole? Has she been there the past few days? I haven't seen Nicole forever. You should bring her around once in a while. I haven't seen her since she came to show me her new uniform for high school. She was saying she wanted to study abroad. If she's going to study abroad, remember to tell her to visit me before she leaves, okay? I see. So that's how it is. What happened? Nicole got seriously injured and is in the hospital right now. What? Why? I don't know the details, but it's becoming more and more likely that Megan is involved. What? Megan is lying to me. She canceled her trip to China with Nicole. She told me she rushed to the hospital because you're in critical condition. Why would she lie like that? I don't know. All I know for sure is that Nicole was seriously injured, and Megan is hiding something. I'm glad I contacted you. Thanks to that, we now know that Megan is suspicious. Is Nicole going to be okay? Her internal organs were damaged, but the surgery was a success. But she seems to have suffered a lot of psychological damage. She won't talk about what happened. Can my wife and I visit the hospital too? I don't mind, but I don't know if Nicole will talk. I don't care. I want to see Nicole's face. Tell me, which hospital? Understood. Thank you. I'm sure Nicole will be happy if you come. Yeah, instead of just waiting for her to visit us, we should have just gone to see her ourselves. If we had done that, this might not have happened. That's not true. But if Megan had hurt Nicole, I wouldn't forgive her. If that's the case, I understand. I feel the same way. There's no need to condone what she'd done. Whether she's my daughter or not, I won't forgive anyone who would hurt my granddaughter. I'm relieved to hear that. Anyway, I'll wait for Nicole's recovery. She's the only one who knows the truth. We'll be there in 2 hours. You've been by Nicole's side the whole time, right? We'll take over. You get some rest. Thank you.
My father is all better now. I'm thinking of coming home tomorrow. How is Nicole? Has she spoken yet?
You never call Nicole's name again.
Huh? What are you saying? I'm Nicole's mother. I'm supposed to be worried about her.
It's not Nicole's condition you're worried about. It's whether or not Nicole will expose your lies.
What do you mean?
You lied to me about your father's condition.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in the hospital with my father.
Your father is with me right now. He's in the hospital with Nicole.
No way.
You thought there was no way I'd contact your father, right? Because your father was in critical condition, huh? That's why you lied so brazenly. I almost fell for your trap.
Why didn't you fall for it? What's the point of contacting someone who's unconscious?
When my mom was in critical condition, and I couldn't visit her right away, so I sent her a text, thinking she wouldn't read it. After a while, she regained consciousness. I was so happy when she replied back saying thank you. I remembered that. And so I texted your father, and I found out that you never went to your parents' house, and that your parents were both fine. You got any excuses? Let's hear them.
Nicole, what did she say?
At first, she was in shock, and she wouldn't even look at me. But with your father and mother by her side, she gradually started to talk.
What? She talked?
Why are you surprised?
I mean...
Is it because she broke her promise to you guys? Of course, that's invalid. Threatening her and forcing her to make promises have no effect.
So, she told you everything. Please, let me see Nicole.
No, I can't. I don't know what you'll do to keep her quiet.
I won't do anything. I'm glad she's doing well. I just want to see my daughter's cheerful face.
Cheerful face? Nicole's mind and body are in shambles because your boyfriend had beaten her up.
What?
You let your boyfriend accompany you to China and Nicole saw you cheating, right?
That's...
Nicole told me everything. She said your boyfriend got mad at Nicole for accusing you and beating her up. He threatened her not to tell her father about this if she didn't want to go through this again.
I'm sorry.
He also threatened her, saying that he could do whatever he wanted to her father. To protect me, Nicole kept her mouth shut. She's still in high school, and yet she was trying to protect me. I can't believe that such a good girl would be hurt by the worst people like you. I really can't forgive you.
You know,
You thought of a plot to have your father in critical condition, and you sent a battered Nicole back home. And you two had fun together, right? Did you enjoy it?
it's not like that.
What's not?
I'm sure Nicole told you, but I didn't hurt her at all.
You were there and you didn't help. You're just as guilty.
I stopped him. I said it was too much. But then I saw how violent he was, and I thought maybe he'd hit me next. I was so scared.
So what?
What?
You know, I'm really surprised at your in-your-face tactics. Earlier, you were trying to win me over to your side by pretending to be weak and inviting my sympathy. Do you really think that kind of tactic is going to work?
Don't tell me such a terrible thing.
You're the one who's terrible. Okay, let's just say that you couldn't stop your boyfriend from attacking Nicole because you were afraid of the guy.
Yes.
But you stayed in China. You put your wounded daughter on a plane by herself, and then you spent days having fun with the guy. If you really cared about Nicole, you wouldn't have done that, would you? You could have rushed back home, called me, called an ambulance, called the police. There were so many things you could have done, but you didn't do it, right?
Well, she seemed fine, so I thought she'd be okay.
Even though she had broken ribs and injury to internal organs? I don't know how much force it takes to do something like that. Poor Nicole. I'll never forgive that guy.
I'm sorry. I deserve to be thrown away. But I just want to apologize to Nicole.
What are you playing at? Your apology gonna make Nicole's bones stick together?
No, but...
Then shut up.
But I want to apologize.
You just want to feel better, don't you? Nicole doesn't want your selfish apology.
Are my parents angry?
You don't have to ask. They're saying it's not even enough just to cut ties with you.
I'm really sorry.
I said I don't want an apology. Give me the guy's contact info.
What?
If you feel even a millimeter of remorse for Nicole, let me meet him.
I can't do that.
You're covering for him?
I'm sorry, but no matter what you say, I can't sell him out. He's important to me.
What? More than your daughter?
It's not a comparison.
Are you crazy?
Because he's wild and manly. Every woman wants someone like him to rely on.
He's just violent. How could someone hurt a 17-year-old girl? He's just an idiot with no reason and no brains. Is he really human? It's disrespectful to humanity to call himself a human being with such low intelligence.
You're out of line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying bad things about your precious boyfriend.
Don't make fun of me. I'll get angry.
Anyway, you're staying over at his house right after you got back from your trip with him? You can't stop yourself from getting excited being with him, even when you hear that your daughter is in such a state? You're no better than animals.
Huh? How do you know where I am?
After hearing what Nicole told me, I put detectives on you guys just in time for you to return home.
What are you doing?
Just for a backup. I can't hold himself responsible if the guy runs away.
I didn't realize I was being followed.
I already have his address, and I've got the guy's license plate number. I'm gonna turn him into the police.
Don't do that.
He's got a nice apartment. Is he a CEO, or does he work for a big company? Well, I don't care at all. It's the end of his life anyway.
Please don't.
You may be rotten, but you're still a mother. What have you ever taught Nicole? Don't do bad things. If you do something bad, you go to jail. Isn't that what you've taught her?
Yes, but...
Parents have to set an example, don't they?
But do you have any proof he hit Nicole? She's just saying that on her own. Everyone is just fooled by Nicole's made-up story. There's no proof.
I have no proof.
See?
But Nicole's boyfriend has proof.
What do you mean?
Nicole was on the video phone. While she was taking a walk, she came across the scene of your affair. She was showing the scene to her boyfriend, discussing what to do. Right after that, you guys started arguing, and things got crazy. So Nicole's boyfriend started recording the call.
Oh my god.
He hadn't heard from Nicole since then, and he was so worried. But I was glad to know that he's such a wonderful man. He came to the hospital and cried when he saw Nicole. I'd be happy to leave my little girl with him. He's a lot more dependable than her mother, who's a total jerk.
I didn't know.
We know where he is. We have proof. You still want to run off?
How much do you want?
What?
That's what my boyfriend says. He says he'll pay you a settlement. As much as you want. He'll pay you what you ask. Just don't go to the police.
Don't belittle me. My precious daughter got hurt. You think I'm going to forgive you with money?
But it's for the best, isn't it? Think about it. You don't have to do anything. You have a lot of money and live a life of elegance from now on.
Yeah, big money is tempting.
Isn't it? Well then.
Here's my best scenario. I throw you and your boyfriend in jail. And I'll sue you for compensation and child support. I'll rip you off until you can't pay a dime.
Not both. I can't pay both.
You have no right to negotiate.
If that happens, I'll lose everything.
Yes, you will. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm hoping for.
Please, let it go, please.
Why should I? Why should I be compassionate to a criminal?
My dad's not answering his phone. Tell him to help me. His precious only daughter is in trouble. My parents are all I have left.
Your father says he doesn't know you. He says he doesn't know anyone who would hurt her only daughter so badly and also lie about her parent being in a critical condition.
Oh no.
The detectives have the video evidence. They're waiting for the police to arrive in front of the apartment.
Please, I don't want to get caught.
Oh yeah. Don't think you'll live peacefully when you get out of prison.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means look forward to that day. Bye.
Wait, are you going to stalk me for the rest of my life? Don't ever do that. Hey, just answer me. I apologize. I don't want to go to jail.
Of course, the two were arrested. The man was sentenced to 5 years in prison for assault. Megan also was sentenced for 6 years for complicity in a crime and neglect of a child. The man was working for a major company, but of course he was fired. The man got out of prison first and waited for Megan's release from prison. He told her, "I lost everything because of you." He beaten her up and was back in prison. Megan, while suffering from mental illness, made money by working in a nightclub. She continues to pay compensation. She sacrificed her daughter just to enjoy a couple days of trip with her boyfriend. I can't help but snicker. As for Nicole, she recovered well, but she gave up to participate in the study abroad program. I guess she still can't get rid of the bad memories. I feel sorry for her, but I am happy that she found what she wanted to do in the US. I am happy to see that she is thinking positively. She has graduated from university, and she is now working for an IT company. She is still going out with her boyfriend from high school. I'm kind of looking forward to their wedding, but I miss my little daughter at the same time. But I think I can trust her boyfriend. I'm looking forward to seeing Nicole become a wonderful mother, with her asshole mother as the bad role model.
Hey, Heather. Long time no see. How have you been?
Stella, what do you want?
Oh, come on. Am I not allowed to message you if I don't have business? You've been MIA for 5 years. I've been worried if you're even alive.
Don't worry, I'm doing just fine.
So, what's up? If it's just to confirm that I'm alive, let's end the conversation here. Hold on a sec. I reached out after so long, and you're giving me the cold shoulder? I'm your only sister, you know?
Sister? Who are you talking about? I thought we ended our relationship 5 years ago.
What?
I haven't forgotten that you snatched my fiancé. Stop mentioning that we're sisters.
Oh, wow. You're really persistent about that, huh? Still hung up on the past?
Maybe it's just the past for you, but I don't intend to forget and forgive.
You say I snatched him, but he was the one who made a move on me. It's not my fault at all.
Oh, please. You flirted around and seduced him. You guys exchanged numbers behind my back. The wedding date was already set, but he suddenly dumped me. When I pressed him for a reason, he said he switched to you. It was a huge shock. On top of it, I had to deal with the harsh reality of canceling the venue and explaining everything to people you know.
Speaking of which, You looked seriously depressed back then. I thought you might just disappear. I really wanted to vanish at that time, but with encouragement from my family and friends, I somehow managed to pull through. You never apologized, but called me a loser and mocked me. So, I don't want to see your face, and chatting with you makes me sick. Come on, don't be so uptight. I messaged you today because I have some important news. What? I'm pregnant. Oh, with Mark's baby? Nope, it's not his. We broke up a long time ago. Wait, not his? Then who's the father? When did you get married? We're not married yet. Got pregnant first, so the order got mixed up. Planning to get hitched soon. So the guy isn't someone I know, huh? Actually, you're quite familiar with him. Who? I'm pregnant with your fiancé's baby. My fiancé? Yep. Terry's kid is inside me. Terry? Shocking, right? Haha, sorry. I've snagged your fiancé again. But it's not my fault, you know. This time, too, he made a move on me for real. You'll let this go, right? Well, if you wanted a baby, then it's a good thing, I guess. Wait, aren't you feeling bitter? Nope, genuinely, congratulations. Hold up. I'm pregnant with your fiancé's child. And you're congratulating me? Seriously? Well, I don't feel bad at all. I'm not engaged to anyone, so... Stop it. Why do you have to act so tough? He's your fiancé, right? Nope, he's not. He's nobody to me. Geez, Heather, you're really peculiar. Pretending to be nonchalant when you're probably seething with jealousy inside. Well, I don't have a reason to be jealous. By the way, why did you break up with Mark? You went to such lengths to steal him from me. You seem so into him. I thought you'd be married to him by now. I got bored and dumped him. Oh dear. I was planning to marry him at first, but I lost interest as the time went by. He was your boyfriend, so I was into the chase. Once he became mine, the passion faded away. We split after about a half year. You're terrible. So you didn't actually like him? You just picked him because he was my fiancé. Obviously. Stealing from you had its charm. Then you'll probably get bored with Terry soon, too. You're with him just because he's supposedly my fiancé, right? Since I'm having a baby, I'm not going to ditch him. I'm already 28, planning to settle down by marrying him. Uh-huh. I feel bad for you that I'm the only one getting happy. Being over 30, it was probably the last chance for you to get married. But I snagged him. I've always wondered, why do you keep going after my boyfriends? Since we were teens, whenever I dated someone, you'd meddle in. It feels like you've taken away so many of my boyfriends. Why? It's payback. Payback? Yes. When we were in middle school, you stole my first crush. Me? I have no recollection of stealing anyone. I asked my crush out back then and got rejected. He said he liked someone else. That someone was you. What the? This is the first time I've heard about this. You don't remember? It was Jordan in the same class as you. Jordan? Oh, I vaguely remember a boy with that name. Back then, I was so focused on club activities, and boys weren't on my mind. I was just friends with him. I'm sure we weren't dating. You're so annoying. That means he had a crush on you. Who knew? If he'd liked me, I'd be flattered, but he never said anything to me. Doesn't matter. Either way, you took away someone I liked. Eye for an eye. I can't believe this. You're still hung up on something from our childhood and kept harassing me for it. Anyway, you took my guy first. I'm just getting back to you. Plus, I'm younger and way cuter than you. I absolutely have to get married before you.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. But the father of your child isn't my fiancé for sure.
You're still going on about that? It's time to face reality. You lost to me. By the way, my wedding's in a week. You want to come?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I thought so. Going to the wedding of an ex-fiancé would be too rough, right?
Are you inviting mom and dad?
I wish, but I won't. Ever since I snatched Mark, they've been cold to me. Even when I told them about my pregnancy and getting married this time, they were like, do what you want, and left me hanging.
Well, that's to be expected, right? They went through so much trouble when the wedding got called off because of you.
But Terry's parents are thrilled about our marriage, so even if they don't come, it's fine.
Won't it look weird at the wedding without the bride's parents?
Nah, just make up some excuse like someone's sick or there's an emergency, and it'll be okay. Anyway, good luck with searching for a new partner again. Well, at your age, it must be tough to find someone. The probability of leading a miserable single life forever is much higher.
I don't really need to do that anymore. Oh well, I'm busy too, so catch you later.
Hi, Heather. Have you found yourself a new boyfriend yet? I've already found my happiness, so don't worry, I won't snatch your boyfriends anymore. Relax and keep searching for your match.
Listen, Stella, can you stop bothering me about this kind of irrelevant stuff? I'm busy, you know?
Come on, who are you kidding? It's Sunday, no work, so you're free, right?
I'm busy even at home.
Hey, don't you remember what today is?
It's
my wedding day.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. Are you having a reception?
We're just having an intimate dinner with close family and friends. The ceremony was beautiful. It's a shame you couldn't make it. We had it in this cute chapel, and I wore a gorgeous wedding dress. I felt like a princess.
I'm glad it went well. I wish you all the happiness.
Are you seriously wishing me well?
Yep, I am.
Can't you be honest for once? I mean, I'm married to your ex-fiancé and having a baby with him. You must be kicking yourself over that, right?
I've said it before. He's not my ex-fiancé.
It's amusing you're still saying that.
Whatever. Is that all for today?
Nope. I found out the gender of the baby.
Uh-huh.
Don't you want to know?
I don't really care.
It's a boy!
Didn't ask, but okay.
When his parents found out it was a boy, they were ecstatic. They praised me, calling me the perfect daughter-in-law.
Getting praised for having a boy sounds like an outdated view nowadays, doesn't it?
Hey, can you not be nasty about it? They really adore me, you know. They thought Terry would never get married. They said, having such a beautiful daughter-in-law feels like a dream.
Oh, really?
You're pretty pitiful. Past 30 and still can't get married, can't have kids. That's like a loser's life.
I don't think happiness is solely about getting married and having children, you know? And you don't know anything about me. Don't go labeling me a loser.
Yeah, whatever. Enough of that sour grapes.
Listen, Stella. You seem to have it all wrong, so can I tell you the truth?
I said I'm done. Tired of hearing the losers lament. If you're so upset, why don't you find someone nice quickly? All right, I'm off to dinner now. I'll send you some photos from the wedding. Help me, Heather. Are you there?
Ugh, so noisy. Of course, it's you. What bragging are you up to this time? You've been silent since your wedding day. Didn't you say you were sending me wedding photos?
Not gonna brag, and I deleted all the photos. I want to forget about the wedding.
Why?
I've decided to divorce Terry.
What? Are you crazy? It's only been a month and you're already talking about divorce? Is it because you got bored with him as usual?
No, it's different this time. He's a problem, but his parents are even worse. I don't want to live with them in the same house.
Live with them?
There weren't any plans for that, but after the wedding, his parents completely changed. They said we should leave the apartment and move in with them since I'm their daughter-in-law now.
Oh, that sucks.
They were so sweet until we had the wedding. They never mentioned living together. So we rented an apartment and planned on enjoying our newlywed life. But Terry obeyed them and broke the lease of the apartment.
So now you're living with them?
Right.
But you're pregnant, so isn't it helpful to be with them? Terry's working and not at home, right? Having them around must be reassuring. You can have your mother-in-law take care of the housework.
No way! She says pregnancy isn't an illness and expects me to do all the chores. Even when my belly gets sore and I ask for a rest, she says pregnant women in her time used to work until the last moment before childbirth. I'm doing all the housework alone with this big belly. It's awful.
Wow, that sounds rough. His parents have some seriously outdated values, which is hard to believe in this day and age.
Did you know about it?
I mean, I was going out with him at one point, you know.
At one point? But you were engaged to him, right?
Never.
No way.
I've said it so many times. He wasn't my fiancé.
But you were definitely with him, right?
Yeah, but we broke up pretty quickly.
Broke up?
When I met his parents, I realized that they were old-fashioned, as you know. I saw Terry being under their thumb and I couldn't deal with it.
Seriously?
I was considering marriage at the time. Thank goodness I realized his true nature pretty early on. Even after we split, he and his parents couldn't seem to let go. They kept pestering me. It stopped only after I got a new boyfriend. I shiver to think what would have happened if I continued with him.
Oh God, why didn't you tell me this earlier? If he was that lame, I wouldn't have gone for him.
Oh, come on. We hadn't been in touch for a long time. When you messaged me after a while, you were already pregnant. It wasn't like I could just stop everything at that point.
What am I going to do? I absolutely don't want to live a life being bullied by in-laws.
Well, there's not much you can do. You were so desperate to snatch him away from me that you failed to see their true colors. It's all on you.
Oh God, I just remembered. Terry used to beam saying that you and I looked alike. Maybe he wanted to marry me because I resemble you?
That's highly possible. It's hard to say without asking him directly.
He was so fixated on you even after you broke up. I was just a replacement for you in his eyes. He doesn't truly love me. What a scumbag.
Hey, that applies to you too. You thought he was my fiancé and went after him. It goes both ways.
I'm leaving my in-laws and divorcing him. Can I stay at your place for a while? Even if I get a divorce, raising a child alone will be tough, you know. You need to help me.
Why should I help you?
Because you're single and have plenty of free time. Are you planning to be alone all your life? Living with a cute little nephew and a sister is obviously better.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I also have a child.
What?
Yes, I'm married and have a child.
You never told me. Who's your husband? Were you in a relationship with Terry?
I had broken up with him ages ago. I married a guy I met through work after that. We're a family of 3 now.
Oh my God. You didn't tell me about your marriage or having a child.
I tried to tell you the other day, but you didn't seem interested. Besides, I have no obligation to tell you.
We're family. Even Mom and Dad never said a word about it. I thought you were single all this time.
I asked them not to tell you about it.
Why?
You have a record of snatching away my fiancé. I didn't know what you'd do, so I kept my marriage and child a secret.
You're terrible. I've been going through so much pain. How could only you get to be happy?
Oh, please. You got married and are having a child, so you should be happy too, right?
Being controlled by in-laws? Yeah, right. We're sisters. Help me out. Even if it's just for a short time while my child is still young. Both Dad and Mom are cold to me, so I can't ask them for help. You're the only person I can rely on.
I'm sorry, but I'm fully occupied with my child. I can't take care of you. I mean, even if I had the capacity, I wouldn't help a trashy sister like you.
Ugh, what should I do then? Am I stuck with an unloving husband and bullying in-laws for the rest of my life?
Since you've chosen your partner, both of you should work together as a couple and do your best. Your in-laws are looking forward to having their grandchild, right? Oh, my kid just woke up from a nap. I have to go. Let's both do our best in parenting.
Wait, Heather. I apologize for everything I've done before. Please help me. Heather.
Stella asked Terry for a divorce, but he adamantly refused. Even the in-laws stated, after finally having a grandchild, we won't allow a divorce. So she continues to live with them, unable to escape. She had a healthy baby boy, but as expected, the in-laws have been interfering in childcare. I hear that she's on the brink of a nervous breakdown. I can't say I'm concerned about her, as it's her own doing. I only pray that her boy will grow up to be a decent man. As for me, I'm planning to return to work soon by sending my daughter to daycare. Although I've had a tough period due to Stella continuously stealing my boyfriends, it led me to meet a husband who genuinely loves me, and I'm blessed with an adorable daughter. Right now, I'm enjoying the happiest time of my life. My relationship with both my parents and my in-laws is excellent. I'd like to continue living my life, cherishing my family.
Julie, have you lost your mind? What the hell are you thinking?
I'm thinking normally, unlike you.
We are about to get married. Why did you get out of the car now? Explain why.
There's only one reason. I'm not getting married. I can't marry you.
Just a few minutes ago, we were talking about how it's going to be a memory to last a lifetime.
I take it back. I was wrong then.
I don't understand.
Talk to your beloved mother.
What? Mom has nothing to do with this, right?
She raised you as a single mother, and this is what you did?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know. You're talking as if I'm the one at fault. You're the one who's wrong. We're about to get married. In a few hours. Our 100 people will come to celebrate with us. We don't have time to argue.
I do feel sorry about that, and I will apologize to everyone.
Are you serious? Do you have any idea how much the wedding cost? You can't just cancel it because you feel like it. Don't be selfish.
I'm not being selfish.
Are you having wedding blues?
No.
This is unacceptable. Come back right now. We're going to the venue together.
I don't want to go.
You've got to be kidding me. You're too insane.
If you were a decent person, this wouldn't have happened. You can't blame me for this.
What did I do?
Oh, please. Stop pretending that you don't know.
If you wanted to call it off, you couldn't have said more earlier.
I just got the call a few minutes ago.
What? A call? That person must have told you a lie. Who called you? Who's the traitor?
Your mother.
What?
I'll let you handle the cancellation.
Wait, don't just push it all onto me.
Well then, please take care of the rest. Julie, Are you already on your way to the wedding venue? Yeah, I am. I'm in the car with Noel. We should arrive at the venue in less than 10 minutes. You should get out of the car right now. What? You won't make it to the venue if you stay in that car. What? What do you mean? Noel doesn't want to go through with the wedding. But we've been planning this. I even sent out the invitations. He told me he was excited about it. The wedding venue was already canceled. He processed it behind your back. That sounds unbelievable. His friends did not mention anything about this. The guests will show up as expected, but there won't be seats or food for them. What? That's terrible. Exactly. That's his plan. Why would Noel do this? I'm really confused. Canceling the wedding would lead to unwanted discussions. So, to avoid that, he's making the guests think the wedding was still on. What is the purpose of all this? To make you disappear. What? What do you mean by disappear? Hold on a second. Are we talking about a movie plot here? It's way too unrealistic. I know it's a difficult story to believe, but please trust me. I'm sorry, but it's a bit hard to buy such a vague story. What made you say this? Is your son trying to disappear from me? I can see why you might be concerned about your son's new marriage, but this is beyond the scope of normal thinking. I don't want to believe it either. I have proof. Do you have earphones? Yes, I do. I sent you the audio file. Just listen to it. Wait a minute. I bugged his room and recorded this. It's hard to hear, but it's definitely his voice. Selling me for a debt? What does this mean? I don't know the details, but according to what he said, he plans to cancel the wedding and take you away. So I need you to run away. That car will surely not go to the venue. Get out of the car before it's too late. Oh no, but if it's true, I'm too scared. But it's his voice. Of course, I want to help you, and I don't want my son to become a criminal. I don't even know what reason my son had for borrowing money. I don't want him to sell his wife. Can you trust me? Okay, I understand. I'll get off at the next light anyway. Thank God. I was afraid you wouldn't believe me. I will get back to you. I'm sorry, Dad. I know you were so excited about our wedding, but it got canceled. Thank you for raising me with your own hands. Let me just say thank you. I was actually going to read a letter to you during the ceremony, but...
What the hell happened?
I don't know what's going on either.
I'm at the venue. The lobby is packed with guests who have nowhere to go.
I'm so sorry to all of you.
I've asked the wedding staff to rent one of the halls. They're serving drinks until they figure out what's going on. They are not blaming you. It's more like everyone's having trouble understanding what's going on.
I feel terrible. They came to celebrate with us today. I'm so sorry.
What the hell is going on?
According to his mother, Noel canceled everything.
Why?
To sell me to cover his debt.
What? What's that?
I don't know. But she told me right before the wedding. The car I was in was never going to the wedding venue. She told me to get out of the car because it was dangerous.
Where are you now?
I'm running away from him. She said I should stay as far away from Noel as possible.
Is that true?
What do you mean?
Well, Noel's here apologizing to everyone. I don't know if he would do something like this even though he did it himself.
Oh, Noel is here?
He just came running in looking panicked. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. But he's apologizing to everyone. He looks really upset, and his face is so pale. It doesn't look like he's acting.
What do you mean?
Why did you believe your mother-in-law's story?
She bugged Noel's room. She sent me the audio.
Why would anyone bug their son's room?
Well, when you say it that way, it's actually weird.
And she would have gotten the audio a long time ago. Why did she tell you that at the last minute?
That's true. I was in a panic, but I think there was time to say it earlier. But if Noel was actually going to sell me, she didn't know what would happen if Noel found out, so maybe she kept quiet until right before.
Where are you now?
I'm hiding in a cafe's toilet near the gas station.
Does she know where you are?
Yes, she does.
You should go somewhere else, just to be safe.
What, you suspect her?
I don't know. There are just too many suspicious things going on.
Is that your opinion as a police officer?
Yes, that's right. If you can believe my longtime detective's intuition, Noel and your mother-in-law are accomplices.
What? How did you...
I don't know. Anyway, those two are suspicious.
Okay, I will go to a different place.
Keep me updated. Be safe.
Where did you go? You said you were hiding in a cafe's toilet near the gas station. You are not here. I'm in a different place now. Don't move without permission. It's not safe. I'm running away from you. What are you talking about? I'm protecting you from Noel. If I tell you where I am, you're going to come and kidnap me along with the debt collectors, aren't you? What? I already know everything. By the way, how did you come up with such a plan? Did the mob tell you? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anyone like that. It seems that Noel is being chased by such people. Noel was the only danger, and you tried to make it look like you were on my side. After reassuring me, you will sell me off to pay the debts. I'm sure you intentionally recorded the audio that you sent me. It really is an elaborate plan. Don't talk nonsense. Why don't you stop acting now? Well, I really don't know what you're talking about. You'd better admit it. Noel says you are the main culprit. What? No, of course not. The bond between parent and child is so fragile, isn't it? When Noel couldn't take me in the car, he rushed to the wedding venue. He apologized to all the guests. I was trying to act like a good person. I did all of this because my mother told me to. I didn't want to do this, but I had no choice. That's what he's saying. What? My dad is a police officer, you know, and he's with Noel now. He was blaming you, but we don't know the truth. That's why I'm trying to get your story too. Do you understand the meaning of, it's in your best interest to be honest? Well, that's enough. You're right. But I'm in debt, and so is Noel. I was going to sell you to cover mine and Noel's debts equally. Neither of us is the main culprit. We are accomplices. He's not innocent at all. He was the one who betrayed me in the first place. We will go to hell together. I see. Then, both parent and child, please reflect together in the jail. Bye then. Wait a minute. You'll go to hell together too. Yes? Think about it. Today's wedding is ruined. I'm sure the guests are disappointed. I bet your boss is among them, right? Your social credibility will be ruined. You've brought this on yourselves. How can anyone forgive you? I already showed them our conversation on the huge screen, and I've explained everything to them. What? If I don't tell them what's going on, they won't understand. What are you doing? You're putting me in a bad position. You know exactly what I'm talking about. As of today, not only is your position gone, you have no place, no relatives, no social circle. Originally, you were going to sell me off to your debtors and play the poor victim who got run off by your daughter-in-law, weren't you? That's why you did this and invited your own relatives without a care in the world. That turned out to be a bad thing, didn't it? Oh no. The police will be there soon, so... Do they know where I am? I wonder if they can catch me. Ha! You're at the cafe in front of the gas station, right? I ran away from there, but I asked the police to wait for you instead. Oh my God! The police really came! How could you do such a terrible thing? How can you play the victim? Friends and business associates who cleared their schedules, people who flew in from far away, friends who left their children with their husbands to come. All of them here are the real victims. But, by the way, I have just filed for divorce. Noel was sorry and signed it. So from now on, we are strangers. Why don't you take a lesson from your son and reflect a little? I don't want to do that. People make mistakes. You should forgive them. Who are you to say that? Please, help me and Noel. You said earlier that you and Noel are going to hell together. Noel is ready for that too. Wait a minute. Well then, goodbye. After that, Noel and his mother were taken to the police for attempted kidnapping, but they were released without any jail time. I was already divorced, and my dad, a police officer, told me to move out and start a new life. Since then, I've only heard rumors about them. Noel couldn't stay at his job and had to resign, taking on part-time jobs. His mother also worked part-time to try and pay off their respective debts. But it seems that finally, a scary-looking person came to both their homes and introduced them to live-in jobs with dormitories.
Did you go on a date with her? A friend of mine is a director of the hospital. And he mentioned that his daughter is still single, so introduced you to her. You already invited her on a date right away, huh? That's my sign. Well, yeah. She's totally my type, Mom. I thought it was an unparalleled opportunity. So, how is it going with her? Oh, it's perfect. She seems to like me too. When I asked to be my girlfriend with marriage in mind, she immediately said yes. That's amazing. You're not only excellent, but also good with women. Thank you, Mommy. Marrying a beautiful and wealthy woman is the best. Yesterday, when I said I was broke before payday, she said for our date. Wow, she's so nice. Well then, let's start preparing for the divorce from that trashy wife. After all, being with the daughter of the director of a big hospital makes the loser useless. That's right. Susie is a school dropout, and her parents are also poor, self-employed people. If I can marry a woman from a wealthy family, I want to break up with Susie soon. That's right. Let's kick that wife out quickly. You, an elite who graduated from a top university, and your current wife don't much. But can I really divorce so easily? It's not like there's a major problem with Susie. And I can't just ask for a divorce because I found a new girlfriend. I can't be honest about it, right? Susie, despite her appearance, can be quite frightening when angry. It's okay. I have a good idea. Huh? Leave it to me, son. I'll make sure that you get the divorce. How do you plan to ensure the divorce? Oh dear, I'll keep it a secret for now. What is it? Are you planning to use methods you can't tell me about? Well, it's just part of the excitement. I'll make sure it's a success, so don't worry. I'll create a situation where divorce is unavoidable. Mom, you're scheming something, aren't you? But I know you are the smartest, Mom. I trust you. I'll leave everything to you. If the plan succeeds, you have made a great match. As a mother, I can enjoy a comfortable life too. Oh, that sounds great, Mommy. Fortunately, your wife and I get along for now, so she won't suspect that I'm trying to get you a divorce. I'll go to your house today and start with my plan. You tell her you have a certain business trip or something. And make sure you don't come home today. Got it. I will tell her I won't be back until tomorrow evening. I'll send her a message now. Mom, you're such an amazing mother as always. I can't wait to hear the good news. Leave it to me. I'll make sure we have enough money for the wedding preparations. We won't live in a crumpled apartment like now. We might even move into a newly built mansion right after the wedding. I can't wait. Mom. What, Susie? What's going on?
You seem flustered after all. Were you surprised to see me alive?
What are you talking about?
Mom, you did it, didn't you?
Huh? I'm asking what you're talking about.
Don't play innocent, please. You knew I can't drink alcohol. Yet you made me drink beer, right?
Huh? You can't drink? I thought an uneducated woman like you loves alcohol, you know.
Stop joking around. When I introduced myself to you before, I mentioned that my body can't tolerate alcohol. Besides, educational background and alcohol are not related.
Well, it was a long time ago. I've forgotten about it.
I've mentioned it every time we've met. So yesterday, when you came to the house, I refused when you offered me a beer. You insisted, saying, it was a beer that even I can drink. You forced me to drink, didn't you? So I thought it was non-alcoholic beer or something. But it turned out to be real beer. Thanks to that, I lost consciousness on the spot. You left me and quickly went home, right?
I'm sorry about that. I thought you were tired and had fallen asleep. That's why I left you alone. But now, if you're messaging like this, you're fine drinking beer after all.
I'm at the hospital now. My friend got worried because she couldn't reach me last night. So she came to check on me at home. She found me collapsed on the floor and took me to the hospital. My husband said he had a sudden business trip and hasn't come home. If my friend had not found me, I might have been in the outer life by now.
Damn it. It was close.
What?
No, it's nothing.
It was close? You did it on purpose, didn't you?
What?
You knew I couldn't drink. You forced me to drink alcohol. And when I lost consciousness, you left me alone. That's what happened, right?
I can't help it. Well, I will tell you now. I don't like you. So I thought I'd give you a little pushback.
You don't like me? I thought we had gotten along well with each other. When Jake and I decided to get married, you told me that you were glad to have a good-natured wife like me. After we got married, we went on different trips together. You even came to visit us after we got married. So I thought you didn't have any problems with me.
What an idiot! Of course, I was acting. I was just playing the kind mother-in-law for the sake of my son. I always hated you for seducing my son.
What?
Think about it. My son is an elite graduate from a top university, and I'm ashamed that his wife is a high school dropout. Your words and actions reveal your poor upbringing. It's getting on my nerves.
I am a high school dropout, but I'm working now, and I'm a decent person. I don't think I've done anything to be judged like that.
You may be decent now, but you're still a high school dropout. I put up with it for a long time, and I was doing my best. But now that my husband has passed away, I no longer have to force myself to be nice to you. It's just too stressful to smile at someone you don't like. But even if you didn't like me, sending me to the hospital on purpose is too much. My God, I screwed up. I should have given you something with a higher alcohol content than beer. How could you say that? If you had done something like that, it could have been worse. I, for one, think my son's marriage is a failure. My son should have found a more suitable wife. Instead, he married a high school dropout loser. I wish he'd just get the divorce. Even if that's what you feel, if Jake and I didn't intend to divorce, there's nothing you can do about it. That's why I made you drink. If only you were gone, my son can marry another woman. And yet, you were rushed to the hospital? Jesus Christ, sis. You were really annoying. I can't believe you. Mom, do you know what you're saying? Yes, and I'm serious. A mother must protect a son from a woman like you. I would do anything to make him happy. No matter how much you hate me, Jake chose me as his wife. I'll tell him what you did. Do what you want. I don't think telling my son will help you. If he finds out his mother is such a cruel person, I'm sure he would be shocked. You might be disowned by Jake. That's unfortunate, but my son agrees with me. What? I guess you don't know anything about this. My son wants to leave you, to help him get what he wants. I just helped him to get a divorce from you. You're kidding. Susie, please leave my son, or I'll really show no mercy next time. No way. Wait a minute. Let me talk to Jake directly. I said it's useless. He didn't even come to visit you when you were in the hospital, did he? That's just because he was on a nursing business trip and I couldn't reach him. If he knew I was hospitalized, he would rush over to see me. No, my son will never come back to you. He wants to leave you as soon as possible. If you love my son, please let my son go as soon as possible. So, it's your fault that I can't get in touch with Jake? You told him not to contact me, didn't you? No, I didn't. Don't get me wrong. It's entirely his decision. So, how long are you going to be in the hospital? While you're in the hospital, I'll pack up your stuff and send it to your parents' house. On the contrary, how long do you want to stay in the hospital? What? I will never forgive you for what you did to me. What? What can you do when you're in a hospital? You should realize that you're a scumbag wife who doesn't deserve my son. And agree to the divorce right now. Alright, that's it. No more games. You dirty bastard! What? What's that attitude? Oops, it's nothing. Excuse me. I was really shocked. Until then, my mother-in-law had always been kind to me. I thought that we would continue to get along well with each other. But in fact, she hated me. She wanted to separate me from my husband. And she was so cruel that she tried to make me disappear and forced me to leave him. As she said, I am a high school dropout. But I worked diligently now. It was through my work that I met my husband. When he proposed to me, he said he didn't care about my educational background.
He told me that he fell in love with my personality. So I wish he had at least taken my side. I was disappointed. The last I heard from him was that he had to go on an urgent business trip. He didn't respond to my calls or messages, even though I was hospitalized in an emergency. He didn't even come to visit me in the hospital. Now, it feels that all the things that Mom said are true. That my husband wanted to leave me. I began to distrust my husband more and more. A mother-in-law trying to make the wife cry, and a husband who does not care about his wife. I decided to get a divorce, and I promised myself to take revenge on them.
Susie, are you going to be in a hospital for a while? Have you decided to get divorced?
Yes, I have. I'm divorcing my husband.
Well, that's wonderful. You're not very smart. I thought you'd be more stubborn than you are. But thank God, you're more understanding than I thought.
I feel sad that we're put in ways like this. There's no point in being a family with a mother and son who treat me as a nuisance.
You're right. You are a nuisance. I'll tell my son that you've agreed to the divorce. And we'll get that paperwork started right away. Oh, now I can see a bright future for me and my son. Thank you, Lord. I feel great.
I see. How long do you think that feeling will last?
I'm telling you, when you get out of the hospital, just go back to your parents' house, okay?
Why?
Jake decided to move out of the apartment where you used to live. My son will stay with me for a while. Of course, don't come burdening on us, okay? I don't want to see your face, ever. We're happy that Jake finally getting divorced. But I feel bad if my hateful ex-wife comes to our house.
I see. So you really want to get rid of me, don't you? Well, of course you do. Jake was unfaithful to me.
What? What are you talking about?
You're right. I thought it was strange. My husband rarely goes on business trips. But on the day I was taken to the emergency room, he had to go on a sudden business trip.
What are you talking about? My son is hardworking and his boss expects a lot of him. He may be asked to work unexpectedly.
And when I tried to contact him, he didn't respond at all. I was convinced. My husband is keeping secrets from me.
But how can you say that when you're in a hospital? You just slept in a hospital bed the whole time.
The daughter of the director of Central Hospital.
What?
A friend of mine told me when she came to visit me. She told me Jake was holding hands with a woman. She even showed me a picture of it. It's terrible, isn't it? His wife is in the hospital, you know. He ignores my calls, and he's on a date with another woman with the goofy looks on his face. Apparently, that woman is rich. He probably thought he'd divorce me and marry her.
But how? How did you know that she's the director's daughter?
Mom, I have many friends in my hometown. Don't you know that?
Huh?
The picture of my husband with another woman. I sent it to every friend I could think of. One of them said she knew her. She used to live in the neighborhood. But that doesn't mean they were friends.
Of course not. There's no way your friend and the director's daughter can be friends. It's impossible.
She's the daughter of a family that runs a big hospital. If he could marry her, he would have a rich life. Of course you loved that idea, didn't you? You must have wanted to get her as a new wife.
Well, if you know that much, I will admit now. Yes, I want my son to marry her. If he gets married to the director's daughter, my son will automatically be rich. And I'll be able to enjoy all the luxuries too.
I see. So you were thinking about parenticizing her.
Excuse me? Parenticizing? How dare you to say that to me? To have my son and his wife take care of me. It is natural right of parents. Besides, with you gone, we'd get a few life insurance payout.
Wow, I didn't realize you were thinking about that far ahead. You were a total scumbag.
Call it what you want. Either way, my son is getting a divorce. My son will marry the director's daughter and live an elegant life with me. Well, you can just sit back and watch.
By the way, you're at home now, right? Alone?
What? Yeah. I'm the only one at home. What about it?
Just look out a window for a minute.
Huh? What?
Isn't it busy outside the house?
What? I mean, what's going on? There's a bunch of scary-looking guys surrounding the house.
Oh, really? Is it because you did something bad? Maybe they're outside to punish you?
Punish me? Don't tell me you sent them here. Jesus Christ, sis. Everyone looks so scary. They're all staring at me and I'm scared. Who the hell are these people?
They're all my friends.
What?
I told you I have a lot of friends in my hometown. They are my homies.
Homies? You were in a gang or something? I always thought you used strange words. You finally revealed your true colors. Bringing this gangster here. What the hell are you trying to do?
I asked you, remember? When you asked me how long I will be in the hospital, I replied, on the contrary, how long do you want to stay in the hospital?
Are you thinking of sending your friends after me to send me to the hospital?
That's up to you. If you don't want to be hospitalized, go to the police yourself.
What? Do you want me to turn myself in?
What you did, it is a crime, right? I was forcibly made to drink alcohol that I couldn't handle. And as a result, I was rushed to the hospital with acute alcohol poisoning. If you don't want to go to the police, I'm sure you'll be in a lot of pain. So, what's your decision?
I don't want to either. If I have to go to the police, it would ruin my son's plan to marry a rich man's daughter. It would ruin everything.
You're still talking like that at this point. But I'm sorry. Whether you get caught or not, Jake can't marry the director's daughter.
What?
I told you that one of my friends knows her, so my friend told her everything.
About what?
That Jake was hitting on her, pretending that he was single. The director's daughter was furious. She said she'd never marry him and never wanted to see him again.
Oh no!
And it was you who introduced her. You were not that close with the director. The director didn't know that Jake was married. So you took advantage of that and tried to get him married to the director's daughter, right? I didn't know you'd go that far just for money. I'm disappointed. Furthermore, you tried to make me disappear because I will get in the way of your son's remarriage. That's not a very human thing to do. No. This is all my son's plan. It's not my fault. What? The truth is, I didn't want to do this either. But my son asked me to do it. He wanted to marry the daughter of a rich man. So he asked me to do something about his wife. He wants a divorce before she finds out that Jack's married. He said he needed my help to do that. So I had no choice but to get too drunk. You're an asshole, you know that. You're blaming your own son. Please believe me. I was just used by my son. Don't be ridiculous. It's too late to lie now. Why don't you look back at your messages? You wrote yourself that you were going to make me disappear. The director's daughter also testified that you tricked her. No matter how hard you try, it's all your fault. Susie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll apologize, but can you let it go this time? I don't care if you don't divorce my son. I'll be nicer to you from now on. So please, I don't want you to get in trouble with the police. And while you're at it, would you please tell your friends outside to go home? What? Do you really think it's going to be that easy? I'm done arguing with you. So I'm going to ask my friend to drag you to the police. Don't do that. Then you'd better admit your guilt and get caught. If it's going to be like this, I shouldn't have let you drink the alcohol. I'm too old to be in trouble with the police. My life is over. No. Your life is just beginning. I'm going to change your alimony as well as Jake. Alimony? How am I going to be able to pay for it? I'm living on a pension. Then why don't you work? You and your scumbag son. I'm going to make sure you two scum pay for your sins. In the end, Teresa was arrested because I reported the incident. My friends who were surrounding her house went home that night. I'm thankful to all my friends who gathered for me this time. Although everyone used to be thugs, they are all currently earnest working members of society. To scare Teresa, they pulled out the outfit they used to wear in the past. Meanwhile, I was safely discharged from the hospital, and Jake and I got divorced. Of course, I demanded alimony from him and his mother. However, Teresa was unemployed, and Jake had to quit his job because the rumor of the incident spread to his workplace. Both of them had to borrow money to pay the alimony. They thought they were going to live a lavish life after marrying a rich woman. Instead, they were forced to pay off their debts every day. Now, they work part-time from morning till night, and both of them are exhausted. I think they got what they deserved.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.